lifetime so far, getting it right. Thank you. Thank you. No matter how much, or no matter how things have happened in the past, I want to thank you. Because I'm going to turn this screen around, and I want to talk about this one person, y'all. One person right here. Let me see if I can turn this thing around. All right. This lady right here. You see that? Where it says the official trailer, Surviving R. Kelly, the final chapter, Lifetime. The trailer dropped today, if you guys didn't know that. And that lady right there, I am so glad that this got captured. This lady right here, this happened in New York. And I'm going to talk a little bit about this young lady right here. Because this young lady here is a part of the problem. She's one of the problems. And that's one reason why Robert Sylvester Kelly is in jail. This lady right here. This is one of them. This is one of the reasons right here. If you want to blame anybody, absolutely, Glenda. If you want to blame anybody, Boosie, anybody who's a T.I. fan, I love his music. Boosie even admitted that, said, hey, he was wrong, but these people right here, this person right here is part of the problem why he's in jail. That's the reason why. Because don't blame the victims. Don't blame the people that were taken advantage of. You blame that person right there. And it's a couple more of them. These are his enablers. They would do anything that Robert tell them to do. If he told them to walk on all fours, they would do it. So that classify you as an enabler. If he tell you to go and do certain things, even against the law, they will do it. And that's the reason why we have our problem today. So it's not all Robert's fault. It's these people like this. They're the problem. Because one reason, matter of fact, let me turn the screen back around so I could talk to some people. My daughter wasn't underage. If y'all didn't know that. So let's get that clear. My daughter was not underage. My daughter was Jocelyn Savage. See, it's another family that I don't tend to talk about too much, but their daughter was underage. He went ahead and took her or whatever they did. I don't know all the details, but that family was the one that was in the court dockets, not my family. So let's get it clear. My daughter was not underage. So let's make sure we understand that. My daughter was not taken to him as a minor. I didn't take my daughter to him as a young adult. What happened with my daughter is that my daughter, we wanted to make sure she was fine, healthy, and okay. Those are the things that we wanted. And the last time we saw our daughter, she looked unhealthy. She did not look like herself. And as a parent, I don't care if your child was from 0 to 77. Your job is to still make sure your daughter or son is okay, no matter how old they are. I have a 76-year-old mother right today that calls me. And you know the first thing she says when she talked to me? Son, you okay? I'm just calling you. You ain't called me in a couple of days. See, that's a parent that cares. And if you don't care about your child or your son or your grown adult daughter or your grown adult son, and you don't call him and check on him, well, you have a problem. That means you don't care. You're not a parent that cares about your kids' well-being. That means you shouldn't even have that child in the first place. And let's get it clear. I care about my daughter. Glenda, that lady I just showed you, that particular lady, she is doing her best to keep Jocelyn away from us. She's an enabler. They tell her all the things. When we was at the actual courthouse, she was on the phone. That's the first parent I saw because her hair stood out. And I could tell she was on the phone with somebody. Whoever she was on the phone with was somebody wherever Jocelyn was. And she's bringing back the knowledge to tell Jocelyn or say something that is untrue so my daughter can believe it. The whole thing is going on with this Robert Sylvester Kelly situation is these enablers. Robert tell them one thing, then they go back and spread the word to the actual people, which was Jocelyn, and tell them totally opposite of what's going on. See, that's what he wanted them to do. Whatever he tell the enablers to say, they're going to say it, whether it's true or false. Most 9 times out of 10 is false. And that's what happens. And then you got my daughter believing that dumb crap, and that's what they call what? Brainwash. See, guys, it's time out for all this crap. The Clarys, I have nothing that went on in their household. With 2 separate families, 2 separate situations. They had a situation where their daughter was underage and they had that problem. I'm not going to talk on them. What I am going to tell you is their situation is not the Savage's situation. And Angelo Clare has said that before too. His situation is not what the Savage's situation is. We're 2 different situations. So whatever you hear about the Clarys is what you hear about the Clarys. And whatever you hear about the Savages is what you hear about the Savages. Period. But let it be clear. My daughter was not underage. I did not do anything to put my daughter in that situation. Now, do I feel sorry for this whole situation? Yes, I'm a father. You know, God put us through things and we don't know what we're going to go through in life. Only he knows. But period. I love my daughter. Period. Nothing else to be said about it. But these enablers, y'all got to make sure that if y'all want to be mad at anybody, you Robert fans, and I'm trying to talk loud so you can hear me. If you want to be mad about anybody, be mad at these enablers. Be mad at the ones that are right now with Jocelyn. Be mad at those people. Be mad at the person that actually have Jocelyn staying with her, and Jocelyn had to go up there to Robert Sylvester's where he's at right now at court and wave at him at 3 o'clock every day. Whether it's cold, rain, sleet, whatever. Like she's brainwashed at 3 o'clock, 3:30 every day in Chicago. There's a lot of things we don't talk about, but you know what? They're going to come to light. They're going to come to light. Because at the end of the day, people like Glenda need to go to jail. And I promise you, when they show these documents and show this documentary, yeah, she's gonna get an earful from a lot of people. Because it tells a lot. The main thing that she said is what? You'll never see your daughter. You'll never know where your daughter at. So you tell me that's not an enabler? You won't know. And Glenda was holding her where she was at. See, these are the things that you guys, as people that's out here in the world, don't know. And that's the reason why the savages fight so hard. Not just for our daughter, but we fought for all the other young ladies. Because people like Glenda, she need to be locked up right alongside with her. She need to be in that jail cell where those women will take care of her. Make sure she get everything she deserves.